pulled up Instagram and I was like, why the hell do I have so many DMs right now? I did not mean to post that picture, but thank you. I love my 3-strand twist outs. They're like, and I use a new product, so I can't wait to So first things first, my hair was already pre-sectioned from my wash day and air dried in plaits with no product, simply because I was too lazy to do the twist out at the time of my wash. So in addition to quite a bit of dancing and lip singing, you're gonna see how I went from pre-stretched dry hair to this bomb moisturized 3-strand twist out. At this point, I had already done majority of my head, but I wanted to make sure I showed you all the front because it's easiest to see how to actually do the twist and how I part to make sure that I have the parts that I want when it is dry and taken down. In the back, I did not worry about parting at all. It really does not matter. The only place that it is going to matter is your actual part. So when doing the back and the sides, just make sure in each section you're getting even parts. I like to do medium twist so that the curls are a little juicier. The thinner the twist, the thinner the curl. So now you're gonna take one section at a time and moisturize. As mentioned on Instagram, I used a new product. You might have seen me promoting the Arbonne protein and fish sticks and things in the past, but they also have a curly hairline and it is amazing. So after wetting each section, I used a dime-size amount of the Arbonne TrueHair Daily Leave-In Treatment and made sure I spread evenly from root to end. Next, I repeated the exact same step using the Arbonne True Style Defining Curl Cream with Shea Butter. And like I said, making sure that I'm penetrating all the way from the root to the ends of my hair. Side note, my hair is like really showing out right now and it's actually getting a little bit long, and I'm pressed because retention has always been my biggest issue. So now that the hair is moisturized, you take the section of hair that you want to twist, and don't worry if you don't catch everything this time around. I'm actually going to show you 3 different twists and zoom in different areas and things like that. So if you don't catch it on this one, you'll catch it on one of the next 2. But you take your section of hair and divide it into 3 even parts. The foundation of the twist is going to feel very similar to a braid in the sense that you have 2 strands of hair in one hand and one in the other. But when braiding, you typically pull the center piece of hair through. Instead, you're going to just keep wrapping around with each piece as you hand it into the other hand, which might not make sense verbally, but hopefully when I zoom in, you can see what I'm talking about. When it comes to the ends of your hair, for me, I can simply finger coil and my ends will curl. It has taken me a long time to get to the point where I don't have any straight ends. If you are somebody with straight ends, you can always use a flexi rod or a perm rod to curl the ends of your hair. So for the next few twists, the process is the exact same and there's not much else that I can say, but be sure to pay close attention to how I'm twisting and wrapping the hair as opposed to braiding and pulling through the hair. I'm also going to make sure I zoom in and try to show you different angles of how to do this. So for this last section and demonstration, I'm going to try to make it make sense with words. So first you want to part the section evenly into 3 strands. You want to try to make them as even as possible, not only because when you take the twist out, you want all the curls to have the same girth, but also because as you're twisting, you don't want to run out of hair on one strand. To start the twist, you take the furthest right piece and wrap it over top of the other 2 pieces, essentially pushing the piece that was on the far left to the middle, and the piece that was in the middle is now on the far right. You repeat that step. So over top, and then pull the other 2 under, switching hands. Over top, the other 2 are now under, switching hands. You're really essentially just wrapping the hair around itself. Then again, as you approach the end, you can either finger coil if your hair curls up naturally on the ends, or go ahead and add a perm rod for extra curl. So I wish I could say here I am bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but instead it's looking more like morning breath and crusties, but no shame in my game. I had the twist in for about 3 days at this point, and as you can see, they've shrunk in substantially, and some of the ends have gotten a little straight. But to fix that, I simply took the ends that had gotten straight and wet them a little bit, just enough to get that curl back, and only on the pieces that needed it. Next, I take the Arbonne TrueStyle Anti-Frizz Dry Oil, which is from the same collection as the leave-in and curl enhancer that I use to moisturize my hair, and I rub it over my entire head. I'm also going to coat my fingers with it as I take down each twist. Then you begin the takedown process, which really just entails separating the 3 strands. I don't try to keep them super intact or anything like that because you're going to end up separating them more after this, especially if you want a full look. So here are the results after the original dismantle, meaning I only separated each twist into its original 3 strands. As you can see, it lacks fullness, it's shrunken, and in my opinion, just not that cute. So the next step would then be to further separate each twist. I probably broke each strand into another 3 or 4 strands, but there's no rhyme or reason. It's completely up to you and how full you want. And be sure that your fingers are coated in whatever oil you choose to use so that you're continuing to lock in moisture and so that your curls don't get frizzy. So we are still not at my desired fullness. Though much more full than when we first started, I like to now take a blow dryer and pick out the roots of my hair. So as you see here, I have a wide tooth comb. I'm simply hitting the roots of my hair with a little bit of heat from the blow dryer and picking. Do not pull all the way through to the ends or else you'll just have a bush. You are only hitting the roots. I also avoid my edges because I don't want my edges fluffed out, but I do go directly behind my edges, that edge line, and fluff that area too. You can fluff whatever area you want to make whatever style you want. My hair is naturally in kind of this diva cut shape, so I just try to accentuate that shape. And that's really it. You can continue to fluff and separate as you see fit for your desired fullness. As you can see, I'm really starting to feel the way mine is looking. I like it really full, and it only gets better with time, honestly. It gets fuller, and it can last up to like 2 weeks for me. And that's just dependent on how much you manipulate it throughout that time, if you're working out consistently, etc. But yes, I love this style. It's so soft, so fluffy. I literally actually can't like sing enough praises about this style and the products that I used, which are linked below. But as always, if you try this technique after watching this video, please feel free to share your results with me at _Joelle Dyanne on Instagram. I would love to see how it turned out. If you have not already, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and feel free to comment any hairstyles or anything else you'd like to see. I'm really open to anything. If you'd like to talk about something, whatever, just be sure to drop that in the comments. But as always, stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands. And until next time, I'll miss y'all. Bye.